The tundra may not quite be frozen, but it's getting there as we work our way through December. The radar today, however, is clear at Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Green Bay Packers. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and off we go from Lambeau. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Ready. 33, yellow.
A first carry for the all-pro running back. It's Josh Jacobs. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Ready. 50, green.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Got a man. It's the rookie out of the third round. A gain there of 21 yards. On this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to ball his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. The Packers at 2-13 now on the year. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
Quick throw there is incomplete. You look at this Baltimore defense. This unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
And this unit knows exactly where they rank. They're number 2 against the pass in the NFL. You know they have their sights set on being number 1, looking for a big game today.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson. Pass complete to Royals. And he's got this down to the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
First down, here's Mitchell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible to something a little more advantageous.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And a solid run down inside the 30.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down. What a savvy read by the running back. He saw his quarterback was out of the pocket in a little bit of trouble. He just broke off his route.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. He completes it. They've got a first down. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Ravens have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Tyler Luke now for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Makes the score Ravens 7, Packers nothing.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Packers take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And some room to work. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, his first touchdown on the year. The Packers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's Mitchell with a catch out of the backfield. And they'll take this from 147-yard line to the other, a gain of 6.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Play action. Now Jackson. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Play action. It's Jackson. Well, he rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football, because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Ready, 10 at the 47-yard line.
Let's go. Black 40.
Working out of the gun. Love. Got his man. That's Luke Musgrave. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were strong last week, CD, and that win over New England.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Come on, set. 33, yellow. Hut, hut.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Called in a very strong gain of 24.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 45, White. Ready?
Love going to give it up on the touch pass. Oh, that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss.
Black shot, ready, ready. Blue, 32.
7-7, our score after 1. Back for the 2nd quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming.
Here we go. 60 red. 60 red. Set.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a 1st.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
Red, 30, cut.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2nd and 6 from the 10.
Here we go, set. Rail, 50, green. Ready?
Now Love. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that, to end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him up already in this opening half.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Here's Jackson to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And running with power here. Through the middle of the field. Inside the 20. And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 71 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead. On his loop for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Ravens 14, Packers 7.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Let's go.
And partner, I'm going to make a quick pivot here and ask you to play general manager. It's well documented they're last in the league in offense, number 32. What changes might they make?
And this is where you have to be almost like a chess master as a general manager, because you have a few things at your disposal that you need to use. Obviously the draft, free agency, maybe you can make some trades, but also look at your practice squad. Have you been grooming players to promote and give them an opportunity to play as well? That way you start to supplement as well as replace guys that need it.
And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
He was covered by Jair
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Black, 95. Ready.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Packers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one where you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Following the interception, Love will get this complete to Matthew Golden. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. Well, a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Love looking to throw it. Able to find his man, Kraft. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook that can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
Love from the gun. That's to Kraft, the tight end. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
90 seconds. Blue, 32. Ready?
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Red, 38.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 27-yard line.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Here we go. Yellow, 40, ready.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7.
27-yard line.
A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And this one is incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Love now. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Now McManus will line up for the field goal. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. The kick by McManus is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, and make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football, and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
That time they pick up a 24 yards on the keeper. First down.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, Baltimore.
Now it's Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Here's Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll just get rid of it.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because that incompletion's on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Mark Andrews. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Now it's Jackson. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick six.
And it's plays like that one that made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
Let's go. Ready?
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on a straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
We'll get this up to about the 44.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field, but his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5.
180. Tonight. 180.
Now Jackson. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens add 6 to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Packers 10.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Love. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're only guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
It's another first down. I want to be a gain of 21 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Throwing. Love. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Second and 10.
Yellow, 43.
To the air again, Love. A throw left side, it's hauled in by Golden. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Second and 1 from the 2.
Set, hut. Black, 95. Ready.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is third and 4.
50.
To throw now. Here's Love. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as they'll go for it on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now their defense came through to the goal line stand, got them the ball back. Let's see what they can do about putting a drive together. Long way to go.
They need to reward that defense. Goal line stand, they've got to make that stand up themselves, right? Give the defense a chance to catch their breath on the sidelines. At least get 2 first downs. 3 would be better. Change field position. Let them catch their breath.
On second down, here's the option. And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
First down carry for Henry. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a second and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Brings up third down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
No, we changed it.
This time Jackson will throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got him incomplete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 30 yards.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in for second-half blowout material.
They'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's a toss right side to Mitchell.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Another run to Mitchell.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
12 yards on the pickup. It's now 3rd and 3.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from 8 yards out.
And the Ravens are closing in on that 16-0 record as they add on to their lead. Luke now for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Set, ready.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
37. Down, ready.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
For a Packers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and off the play action, he'll look to throw it. Roquan Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built up the efforts of this defense.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Love from the gun on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout chaos has been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On now is the Packers punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy. We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. They went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4. Here's Stout to punt as he boots this one away. This is taken at the 18. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Ready?
Here's Love. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
The Packers, 1st down.
Back to throw. Love. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Ready. 45. Hut.
Now a toss to the left for Jacobs. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try to find some targets in the open field downfield. Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. Down the left sideline. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 19-yard line. 135 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
No, we changed it.
Henry up the middle. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll run it again with Henry. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, they're